Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another question of the week. This time asked by OddZeek1. Whatever happened to Titan's mobile suits post Gryps War? Are they in the hands of the Earth Federation, Anaheim Electronics, or even Neo/Mars Zeon? And the very short answer is yes. A lot of things happened to the various mobile suits used by the Titans, so after the war, they were pretty much being used by anyone and everyone. So let's go over all of their different fates. Brought to you by NordVPN, the premier VPN service that allows you to dodge all of those pesky region locks and also gives you extra protection while browsing online. And by using the link down below, or the code kkrt, you'll not just get a sweet discount, but you'll also be supporting the channel. So, first of all, the Federation themselves. At first, once the Gryps War was over, they were very quick to distance themselves from the Titans and anything related to them. Be it mobile suits, ships, whatever. So many of the more typical Titans mobile suits were immediately phased out. Even the ones that were heavily used by the regular Federation forces as well. Think, for example, the Hyzak. While they were most famously used by the Titans, and therefore also used in a lot of war crimes, they were also extensively used by the regular Federation forces throughout the Gryps War. But they had to go. They were either scrapped, put into storage, stolen by Neo Zeon forces, more about this in a second, and sometimes even sold to civilians like the Hobby Hyzak. This was basically a stripped-down version of the Hyzak that was sold to civilians as a mobile suit version of a sports car. And even its color scheme does remind me of like the blue and orange Porsche color scheme. And something that I really like to imagine myself is that a lot of people bought these things and then painted them in colors of famous Zaku's from the 1 Year War. So that's what happened to most of the Federation's stock. But some units were just too good to just like scrap, put into storage, or God forbid sell to civilians. So the Federation would have various programs to make those high-performance Titans mobile suits less Titan-esque and incorporate them into the regular forces again. But some of them were definitely modified more than others. For example, the Byerland Customs. Whether you're looking at Unit 1 or Unit 2, they're still very obviously a Byerland. But it was a high-performance mobile suit, so in addition to a few performance-enhancing parts, changing the monoeye to a Federation-style visor was enough to be like, yeah, this is now totally a Federation mobile suit and in no way or shape a Titans mobile suit. And Unit 1 also incorporated some spare parts they had lying around from other high-performance Titans mobile suits. It has the leg claws of the Gadfly on its arms and the feet of the bound Doc. Again, this is clearly no longer a Titans mobile suit and totally a Federation mobile suit. A mobile suit then that underwent much more of a change was the Barzam, which was rebranded as the Bar Jim. Now, you can still see that it's a Barzam, but it's significantly less obvious than with the Byerland. And while I do know that the question was specifically about mobile suits, the Federation did pretty much do the same with the Titans ships that they still had. The Alexandria class got put into storage, with at least one still being battle-worthy during the events of Victory Gundam, but the Dogo's gear was simply too good to let go, so they built a second one. But the Federation's desire then to get rid of a lot of these Titans mobile suits also created a very interesting opportunity for Neo Zeon. During the first Neo Zeon War, they were able to basically blitz the battered Federation and quickly occupied several territories on Earth, where they then just found like a bunch of hangars that were filled with Titans mobile suits ready to be put into action. And Neo Zeon, unlike the Federation, had absolutely no qualms about using these mobile suits. They needed every advantage they could get, and those Titans mobile suits could trace their roots back to Zeon mobile suits anyway, so they fit right in. And because of this, we see them using machines like the Hi-Zag, the Ewag-Zag, the Marasai, and then some other mobile suits as well that they managed to get their hands on. And finally, we have a third group who kept on using Titan's mobile suits after the Gryps War. Titan's Remnants. Considering all the things they did during the Gryps War, it shouldn't come as a surprise that many Titans members weren't too keen on returning to the Federation. Not only would they now be branded as traitors, but many of them also took part in operations that were frowned upon. So there were still quite some pockets of Titan's resistance, with two groups being particularly famous. The first one were the Nudizites from Gundam Sentinel. They took over the peasant asteroid base and wanted to uphold the ideals of the Titans, which is something they tried to do by allying themselves with Axis. The second group then was a group of Jomitov loyalists under the leadership of the Black Hairs. They were a top secret unit who answered directly and only to Jomitov. So when Jomitov kicked the bucket under mysterious circumstances and Paptimus Scirocco just happened to be there to take over control of the Titans, the Black Hairs weren't really having any of it. They got together with other Titans who were still loyal to Jomitov and decided to flee to Mars, where they would then join up with one of the two Zeon remnant groups there, Zeon. And this fleet definitely had some really cool goodies on board for Zeon, going from the obsolete Jim Quells to the Hazels to even the Woundwort and various upgrade parts. And boy did Zeon make use of these things. Unlike the other Zeon factions, Zeon didn't necessarily see themselves as a continuation of Zeon, so they also didn't really feel the need to keep using Zeon-esque mobile suits. So when those Titans remnants arrived on Mars, Zeon was basically like, this is it. These are going to be our main mobile suits. They didn't just use them, they even set up brand new factories to mass produce them. And in some instances, they even decided to upgrade them. And fun fact, someone who was also part of these Titans remnants was Monsha from 0083, but he now went under the pseudonym of Donald. And he also required a cane to walk, meaning that while he did survive the Gryps War, he didn't do so unscathed. Oh, and as for Anaheim Electronics, they don't seem to have too much to do with Titan's mobile suits after the Gryps War, which, considering Anaheim's reputation, I do find somewhat surprising. You'd expect them to immediately try to get their hands on a top-of-the-line Titans prototype like they did with the Gundam Mark II, but as of the making of this video, they seem to have completely dedicated themselves to making Federation designs like the Gym 3 and the Jagan, with not a single Titan's mobile suit in sight. At best, you can find some indirect links, like the Silver Bullet being a modified Doben Wolf, which itself was a development of the Gundam Mark V, but that's all that immediately comes to mind. I guess they wanted to look good for the Federation so that they could become their main mobile suit supplier, and then become their only mobile suit supplier. And well, that is what happened to all of those Titans mobile suits after the Gryps War. Even though the war was over and the Titans officially disbanded, their mobile suits and even their ships would continue to serve for many more years. And if you have a question you want me to answer in a future question of the week video, you can leave that down below. Don't forget to check out NordVPN with the link down below, or the code kkrt. As always, a big thank you to the Patreon supporters. I hope everyone watching has a great evening, and I'll see you all next time.